get there, OD will be dishing it out.
Well, the odds are not with Gambit. But
really,
I think you like the draft.
You guys are haters. I actually really like Gambit's draft here. I just don't think OD's a hero. And I think opening up with IO, Nightstalker, Oracle, it's just no damage and no stuns. So it's all vision. It's all enabling. We saw a similar draft from Nigma yesterday, I believe, maybe 2 days ago, where they went AA Oracle in the first round. All these heroes that make other heroes stronger. And I just think that's not really the way to play right now. I think you want kill heroes in the supports. We see Gambit, on the other hand, having Clockwork plus Grim as they go. Yeah,
they're already diving mind control. They're going to secure the bounty runes and take him down to half health.
You do see the Oracle, though. It purges off the Inkswell, which is really good in the early game. It's harder to pull off in the mid game, but in the laning stage, it really does negate the impact of Grim. And almost surprised that he went for the Inkswell based on that fact alone. They are putting the Lesh in the IO top, simply matching up the supports 1-for-1. Support matchups in lane do shift a lot of core matchups in favor of based on which support counters the other. As we see in the mid lane, Blitz says he likes GPK, Death Prophet against the OD. We'll just have to see how that one ends up playing out. So far, free farm. Oh, he misses that one. 3 for 4 on the first wave.
Yeah, and you say OD's not a hero. Obviously, this hero has been very popular in a few recent patches, so why do you think such a drop-off?
It just seems like the hero just doesn't fit the pace of the meta. He gets ran at a lot. If he has no D-push, he wants to be farming, but since they took away the splash on his orb, he doesn't really have a reliable way back in the game. So it has to be a very situational pick, and it's not that he can't win. We saw Nigma actually win with it the other day, but it's just a hard hero to get his toolkit off the ground. As Cap was saying, once you get that Ags, once you get like a Hurricane Pike, maybe a BKB, you're dishing out a lot of damage, and that's always been OD's kit, and they needed it against the Ember and the Timber. So I think it was a good pick. They needed something like it, but whether or not it's going to work, I'm a bit skeptical.
This top lane feels like 2 lanes in one. You've got Vampire and GH dueling. Meanwhile, Timber just cutting the wave. And now that Io is going to TP back. So a lot of creep equilibrium shenanigans ongoing here. As there is a chase down bottom. Kuro with the Fortune's End, but still in danger, will end up going down. And that's the first blood to Gambit.
He's got to be careful on his positioning. Certain cores may help their support survive, but Nightstalker, he's basically a high armor, high HP regen creep at this stage in the game.
Well, Dream has been taking quite a bit of just harassment, but still has a decent amount of tangos left, so should be able to heal back up. No courier sniping happening this time around as GH has been relegated to that top lane, so that feels like an advantage already for Gambit in the lanes. And courtesy of the Timber, who just doesn't seem like he's under much threat right now.
Clockwork sniping a courier. Vampire, he did it all last game. He's doing it again. FNG also sniping a courier.
Ah, how the turntables.
And Leshrac, though, absolutely free farming. Miracle off to a great start. 17 CS, top the charts. Looks like mid lane is in favor of GPK by a decent margin. And Weehaw, sitting below half health, is flying himself 2 salves. So if that is indicative of what this matchup looks like, I don't know what isn't. Or what is. If that isn't, I don't know what is. You know what I mean?
Now I don't know what we're talking about.
First try.
I do know what's going on here top, which is GH putting a little hurt on Vampires. He drags the creeps back. This leaves FNG down bottom. He's going to find another kill on Kuro. So you mentioned like the Oracle should do well against this lane early, but with these multiple deaths stacking up BSJ, that may no longer be the case.
Yeah, I have to imagine he's like using Fortune's End aggressively to do some damage, and then he's using that Q to Inkswell on top of him on FNG. So maybe Kuro just being a bit over antsy in this lane. Bottom, trying to get too much done as you see him using it again there. Does have 3 stick charges on Dream. Like you said, he is taking a lot of harass. And Nightstalker is out CSing him. So despite these 2 deaths, it's not like Nightstalker's paying the price for it. It's just giving a little bit of extra gold towards Gambit.
And also the top lane going very well. Miracle 23-2 to the 16-0 of the Timber. So off to a great start on the Lesh, as I think they did do a neutral pull earlier. So perhaps a few neutral creeps in there. But, you know, Lesh, very squishy early, not really getting punished. And bottom lane, again they go into mind control. Does get off a quick Fortune's End there. but still the pressure mounting.
I know mid lane's only an HCS difference, but look at the net worth. I know we don't usually check it this early, but Death Prophet has 2,000 while OD has 1,200 at 4.5 minutes, so he's almost doubling him up.
It's a lot of fairy regen.
It's a lot of regen, and that's one of the most deceiving things in a matchup like this, where one hero does not need any, and the other hero needs it constantly.
Could be in trouble here. The Cogs are going to isolate GH away from Miracle. Now they're going to converge on the Lesh. The damage is coming in. It's a level 2 Timber Chain, and while that's happening, Kuro's gone down again. In the bottom lane. They're still diving Miracle, but they can't quite kill him off.
Salving up on GH, so there's just no way you're doing enough damage to bring down Miracle there.
And that's going to secure this bounty rune bottom. It might mean 3. In fact, Mind Control, he went for it, and he's gone too far with the Stroke of Fate. He does have the stick.
Yeah, Inkswell's on cooldown.
Back away.
He's good.
We'll at least secure the 1 bounty rune, but that's going to be a 3 for 1.
I think Weehaw accidentally astraled himself, and that's why GPK tipped him there.
Well, it's first nighttime. Normally, what we've seen from Night Stalkers, this is where you try to farm and get, like, kind of prepare for your second night.
Yeah, I think that's definitely what he's going to be doing. Pretty hard to gank a Death Prophet when you have an OD mid. Pretty hard to gank a Timbersaw this early on in the game. So he's going to be relying on the strength of his other cores to really dictate his movements. So once Lush gets 6, we may see him head towards the Timberlane, because he will be able to dish out the damage that Night Stalker can maybe keep him locked down with a silence. Only level 3, though, on Mind Control. And on Dream he's almost level 5.
And he's going to find the chains here. Is Kuroki in position? They might get the stun off Fortune's End. It's coming in too late. The full duration stun. Now Mind Control on the run. The chains are cooling down, and he's got a Sleight of Fist soon. Is he going to die at nighttime? It sure looks like it, and Dream gets another kill. Oh, they cannot afford these. And meanwhile, mid, they're converging on Weehaw. Vampire there locks him in with the Cogs. Look at these active movements. Pushed back, gets off the Spirit Siphon, and will get the kill.
This is not seen in the meta right now.
And forces GH to TP, and now GH is going to go down to the Exorcism. It looks like it's another death for Nigma. The lanes are just an absolute disaster here early on.
Meanwhile, the tower did kill the Catapult, so that's about the only thing that was good about that.
Probably keeps this alive now. Exorcism, he's still got a decent duration, but no creeps and no HP to tank.
Yeah, it's
yikes.
Well said. Well said.
Thank you, sir. All right, so what's your plan if you're calling the shots here for Nigma? How do we turn this one around?
I think you just need to get the levels on Lesh. I think he's going to be all of your mid-game damage, and it's on Miracle to really just enable the rest of his team, as FMG is level 5 and Mind Control's only level 4. They're trying to go on him, but he has 9 stick charges and a Fairy Fire. I don't think that's happening.
And he's still got some infused raindrops. The chains are coming out. Dream, he has his own stick charge. A Slight is not enough, though. Can GH turn the tides of this fight? Vampire comes in. He's got the Cogs. He's got the Battery Assault. He locks them both in with the Stroke of Fate over the top. Good damage done. Are they going to find these kills? The Sleight of Fist just keep on adding up. And GH, he's got to back away. He's got another salve ready in reserve, but it's quickly canceled there by the Rocket. Everybody's so low, and they're still fighting through this. They finally lose the clock, but Dream gets another kill. He doesn't have any more stick charges, but I think they might be able to bring down Kuroki here. GH doesn't have a whole lot of regen left. He's going to try to tether. He walks back into the Slight. The chase continues. He drops as well. 3 dead for a Clockwork in the bottom lane. A 3K gold lead at 8 minutes.
I think this Timber pick is just showing how good it was. Off camera, you and I were talking about what they may pick in response, and I was like, I think they're going to pick OD, and I think they're just going to lose. And this is...
Can confirm.
That is about the most indicative, state of the game right now. They did pick Lesh as a good counter to this Timbersaw. It is a nice lane matchup for him now that he has that level 6. You can just run at this Timbersaw, and despite everything going on in the game, Miracle is second in the net worth as we see this
Grimstroke is level
skirmish.
6 already. They're just diving him. Oh, this is potentially devastating. He has not gone for the point in Soulbind, though. They're just going to chase out GH with Vampire, and the Ghost coming in. Does he have the damage to get the kill? GH will end up surviving, but they get the OD, and they're going to get the tower as well.
This meta is just not about heroes like OD. You can't defend your tower. You do get top on the Lesh. That's really nice. And that's the one saving grace that they have on the side of Nigma, but it's just proving it's like, yeah, in the game you have this toolkit that can deal with these tanky cores in the Timbersaw and the elusive heroes like Ember in the late game with that sheep stick, but as of now, you have absolutely no instant disables. This is a first-round Ember in terms of the draft, and you just, how do you ever kill this guy unless he misplays? DP, on the other hand, also purely about mobility in terms of just running around. Got the Faded Brooch, Windlace, going for the Yule super fast, no stuns. Gonna probably be a real problem here for Nigma, but they do have the Yules coming out on Miracle.
Well, they have both outposts right now. Looks like the Radiant Gambit side are going to go for top.
Okay.
Shotshlow just kind of zoning them back bottom, so it'll end up being a 1-for-1 there. Now he's got to get out. They look to converge. Kuroki revving up the Fortune's End. Does purge him. They're going to dive, but there's still a tier 1. Oh, they interrupt the chains.
Stay time.
Can they get the kill?
Oh,
They're going to commit the Night Stalker ultimate for this. This is a big dive, and FNG under the tower gets caught out. Beautifully played by Miracle. Can they burst him down? They get the kill. He's got buyback if they want to look to turn this.
Chains.
They're all fighting right near the tower. The whole Gambit squad has arrived, and the chase is on. Shotshlow doing good damage to Miracle. Can they bring him down? They will, and now Vampire is going to fall in turn. Now GH on the run. Good banish, but it's not enough. It ends up being a 2-for-2 here. 2 supports and a core Lesh going down. With the Night Stalker all committed and with Weehaw now in danger, getting worked by GPK. Kuroki tries to keep him alive. Shotshlow still diving for this. He's got a fresh Chakram ready to go, and Kuroki just melts to it. They might even get Weehaw. This could be the whole squad going down. It is. GPK dives all the way. And another death on the OD, a death on the Lesh, who was having a good game. It's a level 11 death profit at 11 minutes.
How do you kill this guy? How do you ever kill this guy? You have absolutely no burst, no stuns. You have to get on top of him with Leshrac while he's stunned from the Split Earth, and then kill him before he gets any Spirit Siphons off.
And he's about to have the Yules.
Like, this doesn't get easier. I don't really know. Nigma is one of the best teams I've seen at just kind of pulling a one fight out of their ass. Like, I don't know how they do it, but in this case, even I'm doubtful of their ability to pull it off. But 14-4 in the kill score, 3K net worth lead for Gambit. It is daytime. Night Stalker does not have ult, so Mind Control probably is going to be looking to chill for at least the next 45 seconds. But I think Nigma, I don't know if they have time to chill.
They're so poor. OD, 2,700 net worth. Death Prophet, 5,900. Night Stalker, 2,400 net worth. Meanwhile, like a full 1K advantage on the Timber. Like, what does this hero offer you right now? They've got to find that key fight like you mentioned, but it's not going to be easy when the Soulbind comes through, connects on 2, locking down the cores. GH does manage to get the relocate off. At least saves the Lash.
Meanwhile,
no chance he's going to fight on round 2, though.
Excess Vampire knows he's not level 6 yet, so he just doesn't care. Effectively removing Kuroki from the fight, though, which is setting up GH to just receive a beatdown in the bottom lane. Already has the urn on Dream, and he's going for that Spirit Vessel, which is going to make it even harder for Enigmas to sustain.
Yeah, they're really all about that sustain with the IO and the Oracle, but this item just counters those supports.
To be fair, though, the Oracle can remove it with his ult as well as the Fortune's End, but it just feels like he's not going to be able to get in position very reliably based on the mobility of Gambit's cores and the fact that they're just so far ahead, and they're not afraid of dying themselves because of the very little lockdown coming out from Nigma.
Dream being pursued now. Miracle has that Yule Scepter.
Mind Control's top.
But if he uses it offensively, he's going to need a save from someone else on the team. GH getting caught out with the silence coming through. Just destroyed. Kuroki couldn't even get off the false promise. He died so fast. And now with the Yules, into the counter Yules, Kuroki on the run, but they're going to run him down. Too much damage. He can't fight. Both supports out of the picture. No chance the cores can do anything without them. It's a beatdown, BSJ.
And suddenly that 3K net worth turned into 6K in a matter of 1 or 2 minutes. Another tower goes down. Death Prophet Ultimate is up in 35. Has the Ring of Tarask as well. He's actually super tanky. 1,600 health. And he's going for what appears to be a Holy Locket on the Death Prophet.
Interesting. Oh, bit unlucky there with the cogs.
That Faded Brooch really making the difference there. Double Yules. Haste Rune.
And Haste Rune is going to go to GPK. Instant retreat from Nigma.
And we have Timbersaw recovering a bit top. He is not where you usually want a Timbersaw to be, but let's be honest. It's perfectly fine if Timbersaw's not having a perfect game when his other two cores are so farmed. This 10th pick Death Prophet, a hero we've been seeing highly prioritized in the early stages of the draft, now getting the perfect game, just showing how good this hero is without any counters. And Miracle going on top lane. Shotchlow.
Oh, the relocate comes through.
Good.
This is a big pick
They
off.
need to do this.
Goes for the chain away. Chakram into the trees. They are TPing. They want to take a fight on the back of this relocate out. GH, will he bring anyone with him? He does.
Oh, Miracle.
This leaves the Lesh all alone. He tries to TP.
Well
the
played
chain's
by
coming
Dream
through.
there.
Just walks away to ensure it hits the Lesh.
That was actually
and
sick
gets
by
the
Dream
kill.
there.
Well, even when they get a kill, it's still the one position Lesh dying again.
I think it's still worth it, but obviously it doesn't change all that much for you, since the reason why you're trying to get kills on Team Nigma right now is to battle your way back onto the map, and by losing your carry, you're not farming anything. And Death Prophet does pop ultimate in order to take this tier 2 top. Can't really imagine getting contested here. And it looks like Nigma is content to trade bottom, as Mind Control is going to be hitting the tier 1. Going for an urn of his own, but that is a Phase Bracer Wand Night Stalker off lane at 15 minutes.
Feels like a
mid lane.
4-position or 3-position Night Stalker having a real bad game. Weeha being chased out here with the silence. Dream is going to lock him down with the chains. For now, at least, GH keeping him alive. They get off the false promise. Can Weeha sustain against all this damage? The AoE just chipping them down. GPK, he's just standing in the middle of 4 heroes, tanking, does not give a damn. Can they punish this? The stun comes through, still has the Yule Scepter, has the Holy Locket, but GPK's getting focused, isolated on the backside. They're really going for him. Nobody's helping this Death Prophet.
He's baiting.
He's baiting indeed, and now they are converging. Chains come through. They isolate Miracle inside of the cogs, pushing that IO away, but they are going to get the GPK kill. Hammered down by Mind Control. Now the chase is on. 3 are dead. About to be... Well, is Kuro even going to die? No, there's no monolith on Dream. Dream is going to go down as well. It's 4 just like that. That's a monster kill streak going the way of Weeha. 800 gold in the bank for him.
He just doubled his net worth.
And it's going to be a 5th kill.
This is what I meant. Somehow Team Nigma does this. I really don't know how. I really don't know how they ever do this, but it's...
Very scattered fight from Gambit.
Yeah, I think they just struggled to commit onto one target. They forced out the OD or the Oracle on the OD, but managed to never bring him down. As you said, GPK was tanking in the middle of 4 heroes, but for what? You know, nothing was going on during the time he was tanking.
They're going to look to still fight, though. In the mid lane, Miracle gets caught out. Not a whole lot of backup to keep him alive, and he'll go down. Now the counter chase. Dream, can he find the opening? Working on this Night Stalker. Kuro's in reserve, but the lows are coming out. The silence is coming out. The rocket connects. He's going to chase. Mind Control to the south, also scattering back, but Dream gets him with the stun. Secures the kill. Nigma just split pushing. Weeha and GH down bottom, but they already got that tier 1 earlier, and it looks like they're going to have to back away. Match the place of war during this time.
Death Prophet holds his back up. They didn't have it for that fight, so that does say a lot about their lack of damage and ability to finish targets off on the side of Gambit, but not losing their stride after losing that one fight. They are marching down mid, up by 2,000 gold, popping the Death Prophet ultimate, going for a Shiva's. I think he might want to consider a BKB against OD Lesh Night Stalker, but he obviously is very farmed, and he's willing to take the risk for the sake of the luxury items here. It is a great item if he gets it. Once he gets it, that is.
So Gambit get the tier 2. Generally, when you're up against these Death Prophet lineups, as soon as the ult's down, that's when you look to make your move. Is there a move for Nigma now? That is the question.
They appear to think so. They are smoked up. Mind Control's looking. No earn charges, looking to add to his collection of 0. Miracle does have the Boots of Travel, so he's going for a bit of that efficiency build here.
Feels real bad, man.
Looks like Gambit may be content to give this up, but no, they're not.
They are looking to chip a little with the Ember. Do they walk into this? It's pretty scary without the DP ult.
They're all here. And they just lose the tower.
Miracle wants to take this fight. The chain's coming through, though, and Shotchlow, he's isolated to the north. Yule Scepter coming out, setting up, but the silence there to counter it, prevent that Lesh stun. Could be a big opportunity. Mind Control, though, just hammers away at FNG, kills him off real quick, and they've got to back away. Gambit They're trying to take this fight, but without the DP ult, there's just not much threat.
Yeah, I think GPK needs to be more conservative with his ult. I know he needs to use it to kill towers, but maybe it's not even worth it. As you see, Nigma being able to battle their way back onto the map.
They're diving now, looking to isolate Vampire. The hook, a swing and a miss, and now the
silence again.
They still don't have this exorcism for quite some time. GPK, though, standing his ground. Miracle's low, the false promise comes out, the tether. Now the OD ult getting dropped. Doesn't kill anyone
Oracle
off, but
down.
does remove all Shade Slow, force him back to the south side. And Weehaw trying to finish him off. Oh, so low. Not dead yet. They still have a relocate out. They will get the kill. And GH just backs away. So they had to buy back there on the clockwork, but they lose the prized OD. Exorcism is now back up. 20-minute mark hits. 1 for 1 here on the outposts. Looks like bounties will probably be even.
Team Nigma,
man,
it looks like people
nobody
have lost
believes in them
faith.
now.
It looks like nobody thought that fight at the Triangle was going to happen, because there are definitely better odds than that to take this game after that one. But they are still down by 3K, doubled up in kill score. As you said, Death Prophet Ultimate's back online. He's just going to pop it again. Tier 2, number 3, down for the count most likely. Will Nigma look to take a fight? Seems like they can't even win it reliably when Death Prophet Ult is down, but they seem dead set on being
They're
here.
not really in position to protect GPK. They're bringing in FNG now.
They can't burst
He's
it,
a
though.
little bit late, but
Without
that should be
Miracle.
okay. Soulbind coming through with the excellent hook shot, locking out Weehaw. He just respawned.
No
He's
Oracle.
dead again. No IO either. Gambit, they find opportunity, and they dive real quick. Now the Yule Scepter setting up for Kuro. Kill number 3 could be secured. It is.
That's
and
a
with
long
that Gambit,
cooldown.
they're looking to go high ground. They're going for the tier 3 tower.
That level 1 Oracle ult is 115 seconds, and I think Weehaw was under the impression they had it, because he walked in thinking he was going to get saved, and
They're going to get melee racks without the DP ult.
I don't even know what's going on now.
Oh, this is rough. Nigma came in as favorites. That game 1 felt like it should have been theirs. Gambit snatched it away from them, and this game 2, it seemed like an uphill climb from the very beginning, and now the hill gets even steeper.
Nigma's victory the other day was not convincing, so this is proving to show that they're a bit shaky, at least in this league right now.
That's been their way even in the tournaments where they win, right?
Yeah.
It's like they drop down to the lower bracket, they almost get eliminated early, then somehow the Nigma magic happens and they just slowly crawl their way back in, and they, you know, beat Secret in the grand finals 3-2. But it's never like a, yeah, we just stomped our way to an easy GG type of story.
Yeah, they won TI out of the lower bracket. It's just how it is with this team, apparently. Whatever the lower bracket equivalent is in this league, I believe you just either make it to the playoffs or get eliminated. So let's hope they just make it to the very bottom of, you know, the qualifying teams.
Then it's
Then they're
guaranteed.
perfect. They'll win it all. So just mark our words here. But Vampire Fangs for the Death Prophets, check out on neutral items here. We got Pupil's Gift on Ember, Faded Brooch on Clockwork, Essence Ring on Timber. That's nice. Only an Ocean Heart on the Lesh, Faded Brooch on Night Stalker, Keen Optic. Oh, that's pretty good for Oracle. Level 1 ult, pretty low cast range. Philosopher's Stone on the IO, has the mech done. And the Grove Bow, that's also nice on OD. He's got an extra 240 attack range with that, plus the Hurricane Pike. But whether or not he'll be able to keep that distance between Gambit and himself is the question, because they seem to just be running at them nonstop. And smoked up again.
And good luck running away from a hasted Ember here if he's able to keep this up during the fight.
Kuroki.
Kuroki is the target. Quick chains coming through. Dream locking him down with the Deso. Blows him up. Does not have buyback either. If they knew
Lesh
that,
has
they
no
could
mana
maybe
either.
go for a second lane, and now they're going to find Weehaw. Go straight onto GH. Great decision-making here by Dream. He's going to force the mecha. GH has the TP away. He's not going to make it, and now that leaves a completely isolated, helpless Weehaw, critted down by that sleight of fist.
Such a nice silence from GPK. He ran at OD while long-range silencing the IO with that extra cast range talent at level 15. And they have no creeps, but they are coming in the bottom lane, so a matter of seconds before backdoor is now deactivated.
And with the Deso from Dream, they could probably commit for this, though. He's dealt with the wave mid. Buying them a little time. The buyback on the OD.
Are they really just going to back off? Interesting.
Well, it feels like Nigma have to go for a smoke play here.
Yeah, if you fight them, it's their one shot probably back into the game. They
and
do
it's
have
very
a BKB.
predictable, you know.
Yeah, queued up on Death Prophet, so he once he gets that BKB, he's literally never going to die. So I guess Nigma knows this game ain't getting easier. Clumsy net dropped. They're scared. You know, they're like, pick up the item, run, run, run.
That said, I mean, DP is so tanky now. Has the Shiva's guard completed to go with the Holy Locket and the Yules. Enigma
They're
going to walk up high ground,
great job
blind.
The smoke.
They're desperate for this kill, and they're going to find Oni the Clockwork with the cogs there, keeping them away. Nightstalker up on a cliff for now, chainsed up and forced back. They do get the Clockwork kill. That's a dieback.
Dead for 69.
Can they find more? Dream, he's a bit squishier, a bit more killable, but GPK, a beautiful silence again, and once more they bind them up and look to focus. Weeha, though, being healed up quite a bit, stays alive for now. They chase forward, pushing himself back with the Hurricane Pike, not going to matter. Chainslock him down again. He goes down once more, and now all they have left is Miracle and 2 supports. Karoki's going to join the death squad, and that's 3 out for the count. Nigma back to the base. DP ult coming down in 45 seconds. This is a second lane.
With no DP ult, man. That says a lot about the state of the game right now. Timber, he's chasing more. They have a ward for Nigma, so they know he's coming, but I don't think that really matters.
And GH going down. Boy, Gambit are just smacking them this game.
I think it was just a blatant outdraft from Gambit. I don't know how you open with Oracle, IO, Nightstalker, OD. That's 4 heroes, absolutely 0 stuns, and even Miracle can't carry when he's not enabled by anything to catch them. They just have no catch. Like this Ember as well as DP can just run rampant in these fights. Yeah, they managed to win 1 fight, but the best defense is a good offense, and they don't have any of it.
Exorcism online now, and Miracle getting caught out with the chains coming through.
3-man silence.
Oh, once again, a beautiful soul bind as well, forcing them back. Work being done here by FNG and the rest of the crew. They'll take down the melee. That's going to be 2 lanes. Nigma, no buyback on the Oracle. No item progression of any kind, really. Again, the multiple hero silences. Miracle does have a BKB. This could be big. Could this be the turnaround opportunity? They're just backing off. They do at least get the Ember kill.
Okay.
Vampire likely going down as well as he hooked in very deep. So that's 2 dead and 1 core at that. They'd like to get a 3rd. They also do manage to chase GPK, and Exorcism about to end, but the second lane is secure.
They're fast. They're coming. 538 movement speed on Miracle.
He
sees the ghost. He's like, follow the breadcrumbs. Follow the breadcrumbs.
Follow the trail all the way back, but the counter Yule's coming through. Gets the silence off, so they can't actually get the Lesh stun, but he's heading to the south side. Not sure that's the ideal direction. They banish him as well. FNG, he's going to have Soulbind soon, but probably not in time. Mind control with the TD Road. Everybody throwing their bodies at him, and they'll get that kill on Death Prophet. Can they convert it into anything?
That's the question, because mid lane is not pushed in. Karoki says, hey guys, I got this, as I right-click for 85, 1 at a time. They are going to look to go Roche. That is the only feasible objective, but they have Clockwork. They can scout it out. They have sight of chains from a distance. Nightstalker ult's going to be on cooldown. I can't imagine Nigma is going to be able to do anything with this kill.
Mind control's like, guys, we got to go for it. We got to go for it, but the team not there at the moment. GH coming back. They just really can't decide, and it's now definitely too late.
Yeah, they don't have any Roche damage. Who hits it? Like, the Diabolic Edict is about all you got.
If Nightstalker had just gotten the DD and had full health, maybe, but
that's true.
Was wearing off.
Orb of Destruction for Timber, probably going to give that to Ember.
Oh, that's value.
Negative 11 armor. Yeah, that's in an AoE. That's pretty significant. Let's check this out. Lesh 12. Nightstalker 17, Oracle 5, IO 13, and OD 15. So for the most part, they have effectively 0 armor against the Ember Spirit.
And the ghosts as well.
Yeah.
All physical damage.
That's crazy, right? That's going to add up very quickly. 4-staff done on the Clockwork. His first item. He's rich. 4-position Clockwork has become the 5. That's why they nerfed his strength gain.
And that's with 6 deaths and the buyback. He's still outfarming the enemy supports.
One of the most impactful 06 and 17 performances I've ever seen.
Yeah, he's done great work.
Great job popping that smoke. Like, that last death is completely expected and almost enabling his team to take a better fight or dodge Nigma's chance at having a good fight. GPK, 500 gold away from that BKB. I like how XS Vampire keeps flaring up the Roche, knowing that they don't really want to fight until this BKB from DP, and knowing that the only punishment Nigma can have in terms of forcing an objective is that Roche. So good job from him. Continuously checking. It's not very fast, so I like that he's actually flaring camps as well. He's doing like multiple things with these flares. Very good use of that information gathering from him. And DP's going to get that level 2500 health talent. He goes from 2200 to 2700 with that, and chop that up with a BKB and 27 armor. I don't know how, other than somehow kiting his BKB and then killing him with the OD, that you can take care of this Death Prophet.
Not sure if saying go in the Radiant Jungle or just trying to draw their team logo on the map, but either way, GH scribbling something.
OD's going to have a BKB of his own, so Team Nigma is going to have a timing. Whether or not that timing means anything, we're about to find out. We are getting a little bit unlucky. There we go. He was almost out of mana. Taking the top outpost is after the 30-minute mark, but does help if they have to buy back and TP in for the Roche fight.
Feels like everything comes down to like the use of the Exorcism and the BKB. If it's not completely wasted, very difficult for Nigma to take a fight.
Yeah, they have Arcane Rune, Bloodstone, BKB on Miracle. This, yeah, BKB on Weehawk too. If the time's now, if it ain't now, it's never.
And they're gonna say it's now. Miracle charging in. He's gonna come from the low ground, and Gambit are just waiting for this. They're all up the hill. They get him instantly with the chains. He's got a BKB on the backside, the silence. Very well placed. They've got to use their own BKBs to try to counter-engage. And again, the Soulbind, it's quite good, forcing the cores to go together and preventing the Night Stalker from interrupting anything. He gets changed up.
Oh
he gets controlled. GPK's at full HP with the Ghost swarming all around, forcing Nigma back. They can't save anyone. GH also being chased out. There is a Force Staff. Could push this DP in, and it'll do just that. Now looking for GH, the stun comes through. Miracle trying to stagger this retreat. Maybe they can get out with only the 2 deaths, which wouldn't be too bad, as Exorcism and BKB were both committed for this. Still scrambling back to the base, and they do make it out. About as good as you could hope for, considering how that fight started.
Yeah. Gambit was very ready for that.
They were ready for them to literally come from that exact ramp.
Yeah.
That was pretty crazy. Didn't have a ward or anything.
The best place to protect if you want the high ground advantage is your own triangle. So it's unlikely that they're going to come from the... They're going to try to wrap around on you for the Roche. And that's, I think, what the prediction was from Gambit. Obviously spot on from them. And just trying to get in the head of why they came to that conclusion. Going for the Refresher Orb on GPK.
And they can Roche fast, even without Exorcism, because they've got this Deso and Orb of Destruction. So.
They do have to be a tad careful, because they don't have Vlads or anything, so they will be tanking until the Timbersaw comes in to do the tanking for him. Has the Halberd, but BKB on OD proved that to be useless during the last fight, as he did go down before was able to get much of his spells off.
No contest just yet from Nigma.
Timbersaw pure damage from that Chakram is also quite nice.
They are going to walk in with Mind Control. He leads the way. He gets instantly silenced, and the Aegis now snagged by Dream. Hookshot onto the backside.
Nice
Again,
targeting.
it's a beauty by Vampire. Isolates Kuro, forces him back and away. He's still not used the False Promise, trying to find a good opportunity as Weehaw TP's out. BKB's expended, and all they're using them for is to retreat. They've lost the IO. They're going to lose Kuro, too.
That was an ambitious TP.
Both supports down for the count, and now probably time to just walk down top. Exorcism's going to be up in 10. Outpost will be claimed.
Dream's killing the wave back there while the rest of the team stays aggressive on the map. Pretty standard stuff coming out from Gambit now that they've got this lead. Is level 20 with the 60 Sleight of Fist hero damage. That is 220 bonus damage for every target. That is a lot with a minus 11 armor. As does have the Greater Fairy Fire on GPK. And he's going to pop the ultimate, no hesitation.
Yeah, with all that minus armor, the right clicks are no joke, and it makes it even harder to burst him, as though it wasn't hard enough. Especially value with the Holy Locket, as the hook shot comes through, pushes Weehaw back with the Cogs. Vampire again on point.
He's just dead.
And that's another kill. They forced out the buyback on the IO. Too little, too late. Can they get the FNG counter kill? Miracle, he's made his way into the backside. He can look for Vampire as well, but that's a tankier target who force staffs away while Dream pursues in the north, looking for this Night Stalker, brings him down as well. Miracle's got to hoof it out of there. The chase, do they continue? Another buyback expended. Creeps are not pushing in too quickly from the other lanes, but now they start to group up in the mid lane. Dream with the chains, with the soulbind. The combo is there. Kuro silence. Kuro's dead. They buy back instantly on him. The Aegis has been committed. Could they possibly turn the fight around here? The Leshrac very low, but does make it out. Great relocate by GH. Probably Gambit should just retreat and reset. They've committed their BKBs. They've committed their Aegis. They may overextend if they're not careful. Great stun by FNG. And that will allow them to back off as Miracle and GH did relocate out, looking for the TP out. Just makes it. Shade Slow, he's probably going to just tank this one for the team. Do they continue fighting? They're thinking about it. Ember coming back into the fight. Full HP, head full of steam. Wants to get Kuro. That's a dieback. Out for 70 on the south side. GPK manning up. 1v2. Easy for him. He doesn't even get tickled. GH being hammered down by this Ember Spirit. Deleted by Shadeslow. FNG the lone kill, but it cost them like 3 buybacks and all of their bodies. And now with 3 dead, it's going to be that third lane almost certainly.
Weehaw is alive, but the lack of save makes it pretty easy for Vampire to just
Miracle
go.
has BKB. He's probably going to have to use it here to survive this fight. GPK, though, has the Fairy Fire, has his own BKB. They can look to right-click Miracle down. The Slight is going to kill him off, and this BKB has a low duration. Now the Cog pushback again. Vampire with the punish. Weehaw's got a Hurricane Pike himself back to the fountain. This allows
he's attacking.
It'll be okay.
He's fine.
But it does, for the moment, hold that third lane. But the gold advantage just continues to pile up.
Yeah, that was not a cheap defense for Team Nigma there.
And they're about to get all 4 bounty runes, it looks like, on the side of Gambit.
That is 550 gold for the team each. So that is another 2,200 net worth in favor of Gambit. That is a lot.
More items coming soon. Refresher is going to be next, it looks like, on GPK. As for our Ember, almost completed an Aghanim Scepter. The support items, Ghost Scepter and Aether Lens. On the Grimstroke, Clockwork with the Casual Glimmer Cape. We saw Halberd picked up by Shadeslow, now has another 3,800. So, yeah, everybody is getting theirs.
He might just go for a BKB of his own on the Timber Saw. Because as long as he survives the BKB duration of the OD, then he just halberds him and doesn't care. The Timber Saw matchup's not nearly as bad as it used to be against OD, because obviously OD's used to do damage based on int difference, but now it's based on mana difference. And Timber Saw usually has a pretty decent mana pool as the game goes on, even though he is a strength hero.
And even if he dies in these fights, as long as he just soaks up a lot of damage, like the other cores will clean up.
Yeah, he is queuing up the BKB. Could sell the Bracer if he wants to, but maybe prioritizing the buyback. I think if he has a BKB, though, it's going to be pretty hard sell to get him down. They still have absolutely no disables on the side of Nigma. It turns out stuns are pretty good, LD.
Famous Dota wisdom.
I'm the first one to have said that
Stuns
ever.
are good. It's true, though. It's a simple lesson. But it's one that we've seen, you know, even teams at TI fall prey to at times, not drafting stuns, getting punished by mobility heroes.
It's a bit strange, too, because it's a first-round Ember. So it's not like they ambushed you with this mobility hero, right? They showed it. They showed their cards on that front from the get-go, and you still didn't address it in your entire draft. But as we go, maybe the nail in the coffin Gambit's trying to drive here with this last smoke does get the top outpost before they finish this. I think it's all about the buyback TPs when you get these outposts.
And in terms of buybacks here, we've got 1 on Timber, 1 on OD. Clocks is cooling down soon, but the fight breaking out now. Weehaw, chainsed up, trying to force that BKB. They get the banish as he tries to jump over the cliff, but Shaycho will actually be just fine. As a result, it lets the chain cool down. Miracle's in so far ahead of the team. He's out for almost 2 minutes. Surely this has to be all she wrote. They've also brought down the Oracle. No buybacks on any of these heroes. The OD will have one, but what's it going to matter? Their second exorcism coming through. GPK shredding Nigma. 2 double kills, stack them up, knock them down. Nigma getting battered and beaten. Mind Control will be next. Tries to run to the south. They're going to chase. They could just go for the racks here. They want both. They want the world, and they're going to get it too. It's a full team wipe, at least it feels that way. 5 deaths over the course of that fight. And that is the Megas, and that is the game. Nigma, you said it, BSJ, looking a little shaky. You didn't like the OD pick. The Night Stalker is not a hero we've been seeing a lot of either. Sometimes they pull out crazy drafts and make them